there's a lot of things that manufacturers could work on. I think one of the most important ones right now is just, I know it's difficult. I mean, I honestly, I don't know if this could even be resolved, but obviously wait times. I feel that once that some of these manufacturers, they get the money, I feel like they just kind of hold it off. I feel like it could be taken care of faster. As of right now, I do have a Pakistan manufacturer, and I noticed immediately a difference when I went from China to the Pakistan manufacturer. The quality is a little bit different, but for the niche that I'm doing right now, you don't necessarily need crazy quality for it. So that's something I kind of budge down on. But I've noticed that the Pakistan manufacturers are able to literally do all these clothes and get them taken care of incredibly fast. Whereas something, for example, Chinese manufacturers, they do have great quality, but you're also sacrificing that you're going to have to wait longer. So if that could be, shortly resolved, that these people just get on top of the clothing sooner, then I feel like it's going to be a little bit, that's really one of everyone's issue. Everybody has to wait for these big bulk order to arrive, and people get impatient, customers get impatient, and it really just causes a big mess. But honestly, I don't know if that can be resolved, but I think one of the other things is just communication. If you just communicate with the person that you're working with, for all the manufacturers out there, I think if you sit there and you just communicate and understand what the customer wants, I think that that's super, super important. Hear them out. If they want something fixed, get it taken care of, because you're going to be building a relationship that can last long. You don't want them to just buy from you for one bulk and then never see them again. I also think that sample prices right now are outrageous. I think if you want any sample at all, I think that what manufacturers are wanting to do right now is that they don't necessarily think that they're going to make a good profit off of you. So what they're trying to do is charge an extensive amount for these samples that should really be like maybe 40 to 50 bucks for a sample. They make it like 100 to 150 to even $200 for things like hoodies, which I think is ridiculous. If people can manage to lower sample prices, you're going to be able to gain. People don't have a lot of budget for this stuff right now, right? If people have a low price for their sample, then I guarantee you they'll be able to work with you longer. It's just because these people don't have money like they think. For example, another thing is touching on MOQ. I think that right now everybody's MOQ is set to about 50 to 100 pieces, which as of right now, these fresh clothing brand owners are not going to be able to do. One, they're not going to be having the money out of pocket, and people are always scared. I get constant people asking me, what do I do if I don't meet the MOQ? What are you going to do? People are so worried that they're going to have to refund their customers. Like, if people can work with low MOQs, I understand that it's going to be bad for the company, because they're going to be losing money. But if you have somebody who's consistently coming to you and you have a low MOQ, you have good sample rates, you have good shipping, good customer service, good reviews, that's essentially what everybody is looking for when it comes to a manufacturer. If you can get decent, good rates for your samples, you have low MOQ that people can meet, like anywhere from I would say 20 to 30, that's like a reasonable area. And, if people need to pay out of pocket, most of the time they probably could. But whereas things like 50 and up to 100, people, if they're doing their first drop and they have no idea how many sales they're going to get, that is just a shot in the dark for people. Yes, they're going to have these great products from you, but you're also it's not creating a good relationship, because these people, as I said earlier, these people don't have a big amount of money that they can drop on manufacturing. They're so focused on trying to get their drop out there, and get good quality, that could be one of the issues that you guys can resolve, so you guys can build a reoccurring, customer base. I think that if you do those 5 things right there, or however many I listed: low sample rates, faster shipping times, good customer service, low MOQ, that is what people want. And that is, for example, I search for anybody that is even successful or not successful. Those things right there are the ideal for a perfect manufacturer. If you can get those settled, and you get yourself out there on things like Alibaba or whatever, or Instagram, or wherever you post your clothing to get potential customers, there's no doubt on my mind that there's going to be so many manufacturers that are going to be set and making a great, they're going to be getting good customers, reoccurring customers, and they're going to be obviously making money, of course. But those are the things right there I think that everybody struggles with as of today, is just those 4 or 5 things right there, that those are massive when it comes to new clothing brand owners, and even people that have clothing brand right now that are successful. Those are still very important issues that need to be taken care of. And if they are resolved, I guarantee you that people will flock to you and you will get consistent customers. So those are really the things that I can kind of complain about. That if there's a manufacturer that is listening to this, if you can take those off, man, you might as well hit me up at that point, because we could do long-term business. You don't want short-term business. Long-term business will always take you, because you're going to make more money that way.